tattoos are undesirable. There's no situation where I can think, with the exception of one, like I said earlier, if she adores you, admires you, wants to be in your frame, and is fully committed to you. The tattoo test, like I talked about in my book, is like a small test. I've had skin grafts done for my scars, right? Like you can see on my arm over here, I've got 3rd-degree burns on both my arms and stuff like that. So that's grafted skin for my legs when I did that to myself when I was a toddler. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming they probably skin graft off the body somewhere and just put it inside.
I've only heard of
unless they grow it in a lab with like cloning or something like that.
I've only heard of this by like 2 or 3 videos online of these OF girls doing it and actually getting the procedure after the
What's it called? Do you know what the name of it's called?
No, because
like the medical term.
I was so appalled when I heard it that
no
actually, yeah.
Somebody will probably drop it in like the live chat or in the comments after the show's done. But I'll take a look for it and I'll look it up and see what it's all about. But that's pretty extreme. That's almost as extreme as when you get guys that like break their legs because they don't think they're tall enough and they want to get like an extra 2 inches and they make the bone grow and they make them a little bit taller in the leg, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's very extreme surgery. It's too much in my opinion. I mean, like tattoos and piercings and all this body modification stuff. It just shows that you don't like yourself, is what it really boils down to.
With the amount of procedures.
The fact that you're getting these procedures, there's a strong association of childhood trauma and a vast like swath of other things that follow that as well that we just talked about. There's no positive upside. It's a huge red flag. Like any chick covered in tattoos, sleeve tattoos, exposed tattoos, the more and the frequency and the placement matter clearly. But it's a red flag. So just don't invite chaos in your life. It's like, that's the advice that I can give you guys is don't invite that chaos in your life. Clearly there's a strong association here.
I would concur. Yeah. And just, I guess it's better. What else?
You got anything else for me?
With the whole esthetician removing tattoos, I guess mm-hmm. I would, that's my kind of golden nugget for you mm-hmm. guys, whoever listens to this, okay. As well as I guess a dating question would have to be is, do you like take care of yourself or go to estheticians? Like is skincare important to you to take care of that?
You're asking about me personally?
No, I'm just saying to gentlemen listening about who's trying to identify women who have tattoos and mm-hmm. have gone through the removal process and then want to tell you, no, I've never had tattoos when they've removed them after.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's usually a little bit of not a scar, but there's like a faint outline of it. They never really get rid of the whole thing, it seems. And I find most chicks that have had tattoos that have had them removed are pretty honest about it. Like, yeah, it was stupid. I wanted to get rid of them. Not knowing the implications or any of these 7 studies that we just sort of went through over here that are going to associate mm-hmm. that and those choices and those behaviors with their childhood or STDs or self-image or any of those other things that we covered. So
I had a friend in the church, a guy friend, he had like a tennis ball size tattoo on his inner wrist. And his treatments were 7 to 9 treatments. They quoted him like $150 each.
Yeah. They add up and apparently they're quite painful too.
Yeah. So if you're trying to identify that woman, even if she's trying to hide it, that's where I think is. I'm just letting you guys know.
Just ask them like, hey, do you have any tattoos? Well, yeah, but I had them all removed. They were a bad choice, sort of thing. They usually tell you. It's not like one of those things that they try to hide. It's not like an STD or like a notch count or something like that. Because I think for the most part, women don't really understand all these implications that we've just sort of covered here. So they'll more often than not, I find anyway, they'll just tell you. So you can just ask them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. All I got. Unless you want me to react to anything.
No, it's cool, man. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. All right, so that's it. I think we've covered about an hour, so it's a pretty good chunk of time. My brothers, there's probably somebody out there that needs to see this. Might be contemplating inviting chaos into their life. They might have sniffed out some ideas that there might be problems associated with that gal that they're going to marry, make their girlfriend, mother of their kids, covered in tattoos, piercings, body modifications, that kind of stuff. Show this to them. And again, if you want to use Grok or AI to summarize studies, I find it's very helpful, because I mean, some of these like reports and studies are like 40, 50 pages long, and they're all written by, super dorks that use language that you have to copy and paste over into Google, from time to time to translate. So summarizing any study, or if you come across a study that you think is relevant that you want me to share with the audience that watches this stuff, that's it, man. Like, the Unplugged Alpha is really about unplugging from the crap that's out there and filling you in on the truth, the cold hard truth, not the comforting lies. And this is a cold hard truth, guys. Tattoos are undesirable. There's no situation where I can think, with the exception of one, like I said earlier, if she adores you, admires you, wants to be in your frame, and is fully committed to you. The tattoo test, like I talked about in my book, is like a small test that's very, it's a very serious move. That would be it. But that should be the only one, not sleeves, roses, chandeliers under the boob. The guy mentioned on the call, the old tramp stamp, which back in my day, and I'm assuming he's maybe close to the same age, was like on the lower back over here. And it was usually some kind of weird pattern. The tramp stamps today are now the chandeliers and like the dangly doohickey things that are all under their boobs and under the chest and stuff like that. And it's trash. It's trash. So stay away from women like that, and be very discerning in your taste. Anyway. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here, where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.